Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the Sing Confidently, Live Creatively podcast. I'm so excited that you are back, that I am back. I'm so excited that you're here listening and that I'm back. I took a period of rest, of pausing from this podcast, which is exactly what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about how you can become a better performer and singer through intentionally prioritizing rest. And I'm going to share some of the exact things that I have done and am doing intentionally to prioritize rest that are helping me and have helped me become better as a performer. And so, a couple things before that, I want to talk about like what does it even mean to be a better performer, right? Because it is relative. And for me, when I was in Sound of Music a couple of months ago, I can't believe it was that long ago, but I was in the Sound of Music in a show back in September, or at least we opened in September. But August and September, it was all I just started a full-time music teaching job. I was still teaching voice lessons online. I was starting my class again for my master's program. And I just had one class a week, but still, I was also I mid-September or early September started doing rehearsal for a show that I was music directing. What else? And at the same time, I was doing this podcast. And I was doing rehearsals for Sound of Music, and then we opened it in September. So it was an extremely busy season. Too busy, frankly. But we live and we learn. It was a very, very busy season. And after that, um, towards the end of that time, some things started happening. Personal situations happened. That's why I took a break from this podcast. There are some things that I had to deal with, and I can't tell you everything. I have to be tight-lipped right now, but eventually, hopefully, I can share things with you guys because I do like to share as personally as I possibly can. But I can't share it all right now. But I can say that I did have to eventually leave my full-time music teaching job, unfortunately, because of the things that were happening that I have to address, that I have to deal with and face head on. And I needed space. I needed time to do that. And so now I'm in a period of taking space and time to focus on the decisions that I do need to make due to some personal things that are happening, as well as I'm able to take time to rest. I'm able to take time to prioritize resting and listening to the voice of God to make those decisions. And I'm also able to take more time to podcast again and to focus on creatively performing arts, my online voice studio, to open my voice lesson slots again. I've had a wait list up, which you can check out at creativelybyestelle.com/studio. So I have the wait list up, but I can start to open a couple slots here and there now that I have a little bit more time. And I'm still voice teaching a little bit. I'm still music directing a show. I have a rehearsal tomorrow. So I'm still doing my work, but I'm just not doing nearly as much as I was doing when I had the full-time music job. And so now I have more time to prioritize rest. And yet I can think back to that extremely busy season of time where I was in the show and I was music directing and in a music teaching job and also teaching voice, etc. And I could still see that there were moments where I was able to find pockets of time to truly prioritize resting. And it actually helped me, like, especially like when I was going to rehearsal or I was going to a show, and I was able to take a moment to rest, to focus on myself for a bit. And I just felt so much more grounded and so much more excited to go to the show, go to the rehearsal, because I'd had that moment to, even if it was just a little nap or a little moment to journal or a little moment to take a walk, like those things fueled me and really helped me to keep going. And eventually things outside of my control happened, but also I got a little bit burnt out. And so thankfully I was able to take the time that and I now I'm able to take the time that I need to rest and to rejuvenate and to focus on this business and this podcast as well. So, which is really wonderful. So, one thing I want to talk about before I go into the things that I want to share with you to help you in your time period of season that you're in, whether you're in a busy, busy season like I was, or you're in a season where you have more space. I really want to share some practices that I've been using that have helped me to become a better performer and singer. And hopefully these can help you too. But first I want to define like what do I mean by better? what do I mean by better performer, better singer, better artist overall? This is relative, right? So I mean, specifically in this episode, I'm going to use this term better to mean more grounded, to mean more confident, confident in my voice, confident that when I get on stage, when I open my mouth to sing in front of the camera, or whatever I'm doing, I know that the sound that's going to come out is going to be what I want it to be. I know how to, and if it doesn't happen because I'm a human and I make mistakes and I have flaws, absolutely, that I know how to adjust. I know how to make up for it. I know how to tweak things in my voice. So that's there's that confidence in my voice that I have. I feel more, and that's like part of being a better performer. Another aspect of it is being more committed to my journey, to my goals, having that clarity of like, I know what I want, I know what I'm here to do, and I'm gonna do it. So that's like also part of being a better performer and a singer in my mind. And then practically, like just having more ease with breath, having more ease when I'm singing high notes, low notes, etc. And just like more awareness of areas that I need to grow and areas that I need to heal in. Because there are some things happening with my voice that I know I need to get some support with. And so those are things that I now have that bandwidth and space to focus on. And so having that bandwidth and space can actually truly help you become a better singer and take care of your voice more as well. So those are some of the aspects that I mean when I say the term better, but it is relative. So for you, being a better singer might mean hitting higher notes, being able to belt, being able to have a really grounded, strong chest voice, whatever it is for you, it could be more tactical like that. But for me, I'm talking more holistically when I use the term better in today's episode. So yeah, here are the things that I want to share that are helping me to improve my practice and my career as a performer, that are helping me to feel more like a better performer. And these are the ways that I'm intentionally resting. And these are things that I was also able to do when I was in my very, very busy season. So, number one is journaling slash prayer. If you have been here for any amount of time, you probably knew that I was going to say this. Journaling is like, it's just my thing. Like, I love journaling. It is the time to it's introspection, it's a time to reflect. And for me, as a Christian, as a believer, it's really important. I couple it with prayer. I couple it with reading the Bible, having that Bible study time. And so, yeah, even when I was super, super busy, in that busy season, what changed with this was that it wasn't always every day, certainly not. And it also was not at the time of day that I usually would do it. So it wasn't first thing in the morning because I would have to get up super, super early to go to work, to for music teaching. And then after that, after school ended and I came back home, I would have a little bit of time before I had rehearsal. And I had rehearsal late into the evening, or I had a show late into the evening. So in that in between time in the afternoon is when I would maybe do a little bit of journaling, take time to pray, read my Bible. So versus now that I have more bandwidth, I prefer to do it first thing in the morning, right? So being able to like have that flexibility and like change the time that you would usually have that introspective time is important for you depending on what season you're in. So yeah, just like don't be so like locked into the fact that it has to be at this certain time every day or whatever. Have that flexibility. So number one is journaling slash prayer, just that time of introspection for you, whatever that looks like. Number two, the second thing is walking outside. Okay, I don't know where you guys are located, but I'm in North Carolina, and there's nothing, in my opinion, like nothing like North Carolina, like fall in North Carolina. It's just beautiful. And it started like the leaves started changing early September and maybe even late August. I don't even know. But like it's just gorgeous. That late summer to autumn transition was just fabulous. So like even again, in that time after music teaching, before my rehearsals, I would sometimes instead of journaling, I would just take a little walk outside and I would just reflect, or I would just like relax somewhere and like lie down, maybe take a little nap. Just that taking that time to walk, to move my body, to go outside and look at the beautiful, like feel the beautiful weather, feel the sun on my skin. Like I'm not a nature girly, okay? But I do love to walk outside. I do love that. And right now it is just like full gorgeous autumn, so many colors. The trees are vibrant. So if you live in North Carolina, first of all, let me know. Um, go to my Instagram at Creatively by Estelle on Instagram, and definitely let me know if you're a North Carolina girl as well. But it and let me know what you think of the fall because I truly think it gets better and better every year. Like, or maybe I just recognize it more, but like it's so beautiful. So anyway, walking outside is my second thing. And even when I was in like my music teaching job, like even if it was just 5 minutes, sometimes I would do that during my lunch break and I would just like go outside for just a couple minutes just to feel the sun, move my body, walk around, and then I'd come back inside. So even if you're in a full-time job, you're in a busy season, like being intentional about moving your body outside can be really helpful to you. I found that it really refreshed me. So that's the second thing. Number three is pausing to breathe and remind myself of truths, of something true. So for me, this looked like I could be like typing on my computer, I could be doing work, and I would just take a moment to just close my eyes maybe and take a breath in and out. And I would just put my hand on my chest and be like, you are safe. I would put my hand on my chest and I would just remind myself of something true as I took that breath. And I do this whenever I feel like anxiety building up I can feel it in my body when I'm just feeling so anxious, I'm getting tense. And I can just like I just take a moment to breathe and just like put my hand on my chest and say like, you are safe, you're okay, you're gonna be okay. Or I pray or something like that. So for you, it could be saying a Bible verse, it could be saying um something that you're grateful for, doing gratitude. It could be saying like you're going to be okay. This is hard, but you can do this. You can do hard things. Whatever it is that you need to hear in that moment, just pausing to breathe and remind yourself of that and then keep going in whatever you're doing. That's a great way to intentionally prioritize rest in a small moment, a small pocket of time. The fourth thing that I have, these last two are really kind of very related to singing. So this fourth one is very related to singing and helping you become a better singer. Vocal naps slash gentle vocal warm-ups. And I'm gonna do an episode for you guys with some gentle warm-ups so that way you can like just play it and sing along with it. So that way whenever you're needing that vocal break, you can do that. But man, when I was teaching I was teaching music to children, and I'd have to be talking over them, telling them to stop talking, doing all my attention getters, and also teaching music. So I'm singing at the same time. I'm gonna sing, and I'm also gonna be talking to the students. And then on the weekends, I have voice lessons, and then in the evening, once a week, I have a music rehearsal, and then also I'm podcasting. So like I was using my voice a lot. That's my job. I use my voice a lot, right? And so being able to whether you do or not, if you're an actor as well and you're singing or you're simply an actor, solely an actor, but you're also starting to sing a little bit, like you are going to find your you're going to experience vocal fatigue for sure, for sure. So whenever you experience that vocal fatigue, taking even just 10 or 15, 20 minutes to do a vocal nap where I would just do work on my computer and intentionally not talk. I'd play music or a podcast so that way I'm not talking, and then after that, or instead of that, doing just gentle vocal exercises like or hums, something very gentle and easy. And that's something that you can easily do to really help yourself take a moment to prioritize rest for your voice, and it doesn't always look like total vocal rest, right? But it can look like just doing some gentle exercises so that you're adjusting the pressure on your vocal folds, allowing them to come together cleanly without so much tension, that kind of thing. So that's what vocal naps and gentle vocal exercises are helping you to do to really reset your voice for the day. So yeah, that's my number four. And then number five is water slash hydration. This is one that I have a hard time with for sure, but it's something that I intentionally do. When I was in Sound of Music, I started drinking like liquid IV packets, adding them to my water, and that was really nice. I need to do that again. I need to get some of those again. You could do steaming to really directly hydrate your vocal folds, but in general, like just drinking as much water as you can, eating fruit that has water, right? Like citrus, they have water in them, right? Yep. Yep. Yeah. So, making sure that you're hydrated, and that way physically you're going to feel better, vocally you're going to feel better, and of course that's going to make you a better performer overall. So I'm still working on the water thing. I didn't add sleep because I'm really, really, really working on that. And I had a hard time with that throughout this busy season, but that is something to definitely prioritize. And I took my fair share of naps during my busy season as well because I just needed to. But those are my things. I'm going to do a quick overview. Number one, journaling slash prayer. Number two, walking outside. Number three, pausing to breathe and remind myself of truths. Number four, vocal naps and gentle vocal exercises. Make sure that you are subscribed to this podcast because I will be putting out another episode with some gentle warm ups for you guys to sing along with. And then number five, water slash hydration, staying hydrated, my dears. Like it's something I'm working on too. Don't worry, you're not alone. I need to I need to get better at that too. But yeah, let's do that together. So those are my five things that I'm really doing to intentionally prioritize rest that are helping me, that have helped me feel like a better performer and are helping me currently, hopefully, become the better performer, the more confident performer and singer that I know that I want to be. And I know that you want to be. And I want that for you too. I'm so here for you. Like, I want this podcast, I want this to be a community of performers who are ready to thrive when it comes to singing, when it comes to being creative and living creative lives. Like, I want this to be full of performers who are ready to become confident in their singing voice and confident in who they are as artists, and we can't do that if we are just going, 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 and not taking time to rest. I am the worst culprit of that. So I know I'm preaching to myself too, like it's not just you, but these are things that we can do intentionally to make sure we're prioritizing our rest so that we can become the performers we want to be. And I really want this to be a community of all of us doing this together. So I'd love to connect with you guys. I know I say this every episode and I sound so like repetitive and I feel like I'm being like, please, please be my friend. Like I'm not trying to be like weird. I'm just saying like I think it'd be cool. I just think, look, I think it'd be cool if performers from all over the world could connect together and help each other to build confidence in their singing voice. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So if you think that would be cool too, please come and connect with me on Instagram at Creatively by Estelle. I would love to meet you. I would love to say hi. I genuinely respond to all my DMs. Yes, I respond to all my DMs and I reach out to you if you follow me. So if I haven't done so, you should reach out to me and be like, "Hey, you didn't DM me to say hi." But usually I reach out to anyone who is not like private and I'll say hi. Like I'll be like, "Thanks so much for following me." So definitely check out my Instagram at Creatively by Estelle. And on that Instagram you can connect to our community. There's a community group where I post like inspiration, tips and stuff like that. I ask questions, I answer questions, I do polls. So definitely check that out. That's the Creatively community. But you just follow me on Instagram and then you'll see that there. You can also join our Facebook group. It's also free. I post in there as well. Again, tips, support. I'm there for you guys. So you can go to creativelybyestelle.com/community and you can join either the Instagram community or the Facebook community from there. Whatever your vibe is, like I'm here for you. I want this to be just a movement, a community, a collective of us coming together from all around the world, which I know you guys are listening from all around the world. Like it's amazing. And let's come together and support each other. Let's come together and be like, hey, we're not gonna sit back and be, shy and like not bold in who we are as performers. We're going to put ourselves out there. We're going to become confident in our singing voice and we're going to do it together. And I want this to be a space where you feel like you can do this and not be alone. And so, yeah, definitely say hi to me on Instagram. Come connect with me over there and I will say hi to you. And I hope this inspires you. I hope this encourages you to intentionally rest whatever season you are in. I'm here for you. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, you can ask me questions. You can let me know which one of these steps you want, or which one of these tips you want to take, which one of these little resting activities you want to implement. And if you're in a busy season, like don't worry about doing all five of them. Focus on one, focus on water, focus on taking a walk outside. Just choose one. But if you are in a time where you can do all of them, then that's amazing too. But Regardless, follow me on Instagram and say hi and tell me which of these you want to implement in your life. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to answer any questions you have. I would love to chat with you. So that's my last thing that I want to say. And thank you so much for listening, for being here. I really appreciate it. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the Performing Arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.